Ukraine has revealed that it's arrested a Russian citizen who was on Interpol's wanted list. And this happened on Thursday in Zhytomyr, which is a city in the northwest of the country. And now let's just take a very quick listen to the exact reasons that were given for his arrest.
The man was wanted by Interpol for murder. According to the information we have, the detained person was a member of the terrorist organisation Islamic State, in fact, one of its leaders. He lived on the territory of Ukraine to escape responsibility for the murder.
What details do we have on that individual?
Well, at the moment, there's fairly little, and all the information that we are getting is coming from police authorities in the region where he was apprehended. Now, they say that he's called Ruslan O. We do not have his full surname yet, and that he's a 30-year-old male from Dagestan, which is a republic bordering Georgia in the North Caucasus.
What's the context around this arrest that you can give us?
Well, it's interesting because the head of the operation said that this particular arrest was part of a wider clear-out of potentially dangerous individuals, which by implication means that this is not a one-off case. And we can actually look to recent events for confirmation of that. Just last Friday, for example, Ukrainian authorities announced that they had detained a Georgian national who goes by the name of Al-Barashashani. Now, he was a top ISIL commander. He'd fought alongside ISIL in Syria before escaping to Ukraine via Turkey last year. And he actually continued to coordinate terror attacks from his house not far from Kiev. And his detention was part of a joint operation between Ukraine, Georgia and the US. And it was following Al-Barashashani's arrest that questions were raised how it was possible that a man who had allegedly held the role of ISIS Deputy Minister of War had managed to go unnoticed, or at least untouched, for such a significant period of time, really right under their noses. Some talked not just about Kiev's inability to cope with this kind of high-level terrorists, but actually its unwillingness to do so. Critics have drawn attention, for example, to how there are certain inefficiencies within the Ukrainian government which almost facilitate these kinds of dangerous individuals to slip through the net. They draw the attention, for example, to the holes in the legal system and law enforcement, to a very lively fake passport trade, as well, of course, unfortunately, to corruption, which is an endemic problem in the country and which, of course, allows for systematic abuses of power. And just as a final point, it's worth noting that this is not just an issue of concern for Ukraine, but also for its neighbours. As we know, since 2017, Ukraine has enjoyed a visa-free travel regime with EU countries. So if it continues to apparently offer an undisturbed refuge for such people, it could potentially be exploited as an ideal stepping stone for those who want to harm other European nations. So clearly a worrying and significant issue, but this latest arrest hopefully a step in the right direction towards tackling the broader problem.